Hi guys, welcome to Mike's shed. Oh god, days are just rolling into one again, aren't they? Really gutted to know we're back in tier 4 or lockdown or whatever you want to call it, but what can you do? Hey, what can you do? It'll soon be over. Soon be over. And a fucking meteorite will probably hit us. So, yeah, I've had a bit of a shit time of it actually over on New Year's Eve. But the day before New Year's Eve, fucking arm's been killing me for ages. My forearm, and got in touch with the doctors and that on Thursday. It turns out it's tennis elbow. It's been playing up for about a month, but I noticed it was getting worse and worse and worse, like affecting these 2 fingers as well. And oh, I can't believe it. So in a minute, it's just a bit difficult to do anything with it. And to top it all, on New Year's Eve, having a bit of a tidy, getting stuff away. I made a bit of space in the loft for get the decks back up, but have it in some order. I like my loft, you can walk round in there. There's tons of stuff, but I like to be able to walk round, manoeuvre. So yeah, I got some stuff in the loft, and coming back down, I actually found some leads in there for my VHS as well, which was a bonus. So put my foot on the ladder to come down. The ladder started sliding down a bit, and I thought it's telescopic. I just not locked it in place, and then it carried on sliding to the point where I realised the screws had ripped through the wood they were in. But actually, when the guy did it, he put them into chipboard, and they were quite a way in, so they were solid in fairness. But you know, after 8 years of my big ass up and down them stairs, them ladders every week, because I never seemed to be out of it, lifting heavy stuff up there, it just took its toll, and they ripped out, which I actually didn't realise straight away. So I knew it needed sorting at some point, and it was one of them jobs I'd put off. And at that point it was too late. Fucking ladder just went from under me, from the hatch, height of the hatch, high ceilings in our house, like 7 8 foot. My backside was hanging out at about 5 6 foot when it went. It was just a sheer drop with the ladder on top of me. You know, most cases the ladder would go under you. No, it decided to do a bit of a Frank Spencer and flip up as I held on. So I'll be honest with you, it's all a bit of a blur. I've been thinking about it since. I wasn't sure if I was actually knocked out temporarily. I was really, when I was screaming in pain, because the pain up the back was unbelievable. I wasn't sure. My lad came up, he said, "Were you knocked out?" And I was actually like, no. I was actually thinking, shit, I don't want to spend the night in hospital, you know what I mean? Fucking New Year's Eve as well. So I said no, but I don't think I was, but I was really confused. I whacked my head on I literally body slammed from 5 feet onto the tail of my back, and my head hitting the door frame probably slowed the process down. But yeah, I was like I had some kind of weird, as I was laying there, I was screaming. Honestly, the pain. As I lay there, I was trying to sort something out. I mean, like in a dream where you're doing something, and I felt like I needed to finish something off. I was fully conscious, but I was like, everyone's telling me to stay still and not move. Like Michelle come up, she put like, don't move. I was like, I'm fine, just let me walk it off. Like, you can't, it's your spine. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna let her take the lead on this. She might be right, because I've had a bit of pins and needles in my left leg, and my arms were working, which I was relieved about, but like it did feel pretty bad. So she got an ambulance crew out. They turned up pretty quick actually, and when they checked me out, they were like, you know, yeah, you got nothing's. They touched on my spine up and stuff, my neck, and like there wasn't any pain, like muscle pain, like whiplash all around my back and neck. And yeah, luckily they said, right, let's even get up and walk, which I was a bit surprised about, to be honest, but anything but going hospital. So I did get up, but it felt really weird, like fucking my head and everything didn't feel right, and everything. Don't worry, it's adrenaline, which was like, yeah, because I was in a motorbike accident once, or a scooter accident, and I hit a car, full on car pulled out in front of me. and I went over it. I hit it at 40 miles per hour. And I went over it in the bars, hit my legs, and I was actually, I thought it was game over. And as I was hitting the deck, somehow I didn't break a bone in my body. So, but the pain in my leg was, it was like when you get kicked in the shin or you bang your shin. It's not a pain, or in the balls if you like. It's not a pain you can sit still and take. You've got to walk it off. You've got to manoeuvre. That's the sort of pain it was. Anyway, I was all right, but the past few days I've really felt it. Like, it's become really uncomfortable. But what can you do? You've got to soldier on. But it makes you think, doesn't it? You know, when you don't be up and down ladders all the time. Just take your time. I need to start taking my time with stuff instead of rushing into things. And you know, I was only going in the loft. You know, broken spine. But I'm here now, so let's move on. So, hope you've all had a good Christmas. I hope you've all had a nice New Year's Eve, quiet one, I presume, or you may have had friends around, I don't know. But yeah, mine was okay, apart from the obvious. But what I wanted to show you today was just a few of my purchases and a gift, some gifts I got for Christmas.
What's the matter, Paul?
So first off, it's a bit of this is just totally personal thing of mine. I'm a bit hooked on it at the minute, and I bought this off eBay, and it was only £2.99. And most of this stuff I see on eBay's, you know, it's hitting 50. Everything's expensive. Everything's expensive. If it's on Facebook, eBay, Amazon, everything's expensive. It's almost like YouTube is your price list now. I feel like I see someone show me something on YouTube and oh, go and see how much that is, I'm going to buy it. And within minutes, it's gone up. The prime example is a game called Dragon's Crown. I had it on PS3, and I'm going to trade in my PS3. I sold all my games of it, which I really regretted. And I think I paid £17.99 for Dragon's Crown on its release, PS3. I don't know how many years ago it was now. It could be 6, 7, 8 years ago. I'm not too sure. And I've seen a few guys get it for your PS4s, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to buy it again. I want it, and yeah, it's like 30-40 quid used, and I'm like, it's a good game. Actually, it's an okay game. Visually, it's a great game. And I thought, you know what, I'll get it. And then I seen the price and I thought, oh, it's just everything I'm looking at the minute is just ridiculous. Anyway, sorry, I'm going off. But yeah, this game I got is interactive, and it's Dragon's Lair 3. And it's a DVD interactive, so you can put it on your PlayStation and play it. In fact, I might have been better putting it on than this film. This shite. Vampire hookers, not what I thought it'd be an Italian style Boris Karloffy type film, but it wasn't. Have I already told you that, or was that in one of my other takes? I don't know, honestly I can't remember. Anyway, so that's Dragon's Lair 3, and I don't know if you're familiar with the Dragon's Lair's franchise, but it's in the arcade, you know, it'd be perfectly be able to replicate it perfectly on your PS2, or you using your TV remote left, right. It's just a command, like a prompt game. There's a name for it, I'm not too sure what it's called. But yeah, that's Dragon's Lair 3. It looks brand new, and it was £2.99. Now I've seen these going for, I've seen these going for 20 quid, 30 quid for all three, which is fair enough. And then I've seen them going online for 80 quid. 80 quid. And it's like, sometimes I start emailing them and telling them to piss off. You know, 80 quid. And yeah, I suppose to sort of, you know, if I was an avid collector and I wanted it that bad, maybe I'd pay it, I don't know. But I just find it really annoying. And then sometimes I see it for like, oh, $4 in America or Canada. And it's like $45 shipping. It's like, why? Why is it $45? Is that duty or something? And even more annoying, even more annoying than that, even more annoying than me going on about it now, Dragon's Lair free, £5.49, and everything. Oh, right, and I look at it, and it's a fucking fridge magnet. Who is the person that makes these fridge magnets? It's like everything you ever wanted that you see on eBay. You think, oh, that's a fair price, £8.50 for that, and it's a fucking fridge magnet. Oh my God. Anyway, moving on. So, secondly, I nipped into Reel Around the Fountain Records in Stretford Mall in Manchester. And I was a bit unsure. I've been in before, and to be honest with you, I forgot it was there. It's up on the balcony in Stretford Mall. Stretford Mall's like it's a more precinct that is pretty much fighting to survive. I mean, luckily they've just been bought by Trafford Borough Council, so there's a lot of movement going on in Stretford at the minute. If you're not familiar with the area, and there's some pretty nice bars and stuff opening and eateries and stuff like that all around the outside, and I think they've actually the rent was so high that shops just couldn't, even your big retailers couldn't afford to stay in there. You know, I've never understood the mentality of that, other than to drive something into so much irreparable damage, if you like, sent into that much state that the council must step in and help towards the demolition of it or something like that. I felt like it was a bit suspect what was going on. This family who owned it, they're probably multi-millionaires, I don't know. They used to be part of the Arndale Centre. So it's an American firm. Then he had some family in Birmingham owned it, and then apparently it was bought again off the Americans, so I'm not too sure. But basically, Reel Around the Fountain set up in the market area, and then end up getting a proper shop up on the balcony in the Arndale, which is like, to be honest with you, all the years I've lived around there and been in it, it's like one of the few bits is the balconies were somewhere. Used to have some pretty good specialist shops, but you weren't up there all the time. They weren't in eyes view. So Reel Around the Fountain's up there, and I bobbed in. A great little record shop. Guy who runs it's very nice. And I purchased. Oh, actually, no, that was my gift. I purchased the vinyl for John Carpenter's Escape from New York. Now, I love this soundtrack, and a few people I follow and friends and stuff have this on Instagram, and I really wanted it, and I was really surprised. I just said to him, have you got any celluloid or you know, cinematic soundtracks? And when I saw Escape from New York, I was like, yes. And you know, they are quite pricey, but he had it at a fair price in there. You know, he's not jumping on the bandwagon, a really sound guy. And you know, I bought this and I bought an album for my son as well, and he did me a good price on it actually. So I was really pleased with that, and thanks to Reel Around the Fountain. Hope some people can get by there and check you out. You know, total music enthusiast. There's a lot of little shops setting up, which is really good to see. You know, I really want to see this come up, to go in a record shop and just skip through vinyl. I used to go to King B in Cholton, and you know, there's another one in town up in Affleck's Palace in the top floor, which is really good. So I really recommend you check these places out. What I'll do is I'll find out the names of the Affleck's Palace one. I'll put Reel Around the Fountain in is it the bio? You know what I mean, don't you? So I'll put all the details in when I post this video. But that's the Escape from New York soundtrack. My favourite track on there is The Bridge. Is it 69th Street Bridge or just The Bridge? And it's just brilliant. It's the actual chase scene with Isaac Hayes chasing Snake and the Brain and the gang over the bridge. So really good soundtrack that. And then when I was in, Michelle got me another favourite, and she'd actually been into Reel Around the Fountain to buy me this for my Christmas present, was the Fistful of Dollars and a Few Dollars More soundtracks by Ennio Morricone. Absolutely brilliant to have them on vinyl. When you get vinyl, there's so much depth in the music, so much depth. I don't care what anyone says, oh, there's no difference in digital's remake. I don't care. I don't care, because you're getting pretty much an uncompressed original version of the music. So I'm really pleased with that. I had this on. I'm using my son's record player that we got him for Christmas. He's getting into the vinyl now. He's only 17, and I'm really glad to know he's naturally. I didn't push this on him. It's just something he's shown an interest in, and his nephew, my nephew Taylor as well. He's pretty big on his music, and they both, you know, he did a vinyl party at his house. Brilliant, you know. So yeah, so got that, and then when I was in, Michael wanted to go and get himself some vinyl from the place in Affleck's Palace, and I got myself, and you all think I'm bleeding nuts with this, but I've said before, the Hammond organ. So I got this, and it was only £3 in absolute immaculate condition. Sexy Hammond. Sexy Hammond. I just think that's just a brilliant cover. So yeah, I've not had this on yet actually, but I made sure it wasn't as cheesy. I checked the tracks out on it before I bought it. I didn't want to be listening to fucking Tiptoe Through the Tulips on a Hammond organ. So that was some stuff I bought, like a present, and some stuff I bought myself. And then to sort of wrap it up for today, this is something that I was really pleased with. This is what Michelle got me for Christmas, and these things I just find so inspirational. It's just hours of me. You can just look at these things and they can clear your head. They really can. And I got this, an illustrated history of the art of pulp horror. And some of you may have it. I don't know. I've never seen this before, but I'm really familiar with some of the artworks inside. Just brilliant cinematic. I mean, this is sort of like, I don't know if you know Rockin' Jelly Bean, Japanese artist. I absolutely love his stuff, and you know, actually might be him actually. Let me just Drive Invasion, blah blah blah. That looks like a Rockin' Jelly Bean drawing. I wouldn't be surprised if it is. Didn't say the artist on there. British artist Graham Humphreys. Well, that is just ace. Talk about inspirational. Yeah, I really love this. This is like, now, and this isn't one I hinted for me to get, for her to get me. She just went out and got this. She thought I'd like it, and she was, you know, she was so right. You know, some really nice artworks in there. So I was really pleased with that. You know, again, this is something I'll probably read with a coffee in the morning or in bed at night, as sad as that may sound. But there's some really nice movie style posters in there back in the day. I just love how some of these look. I mean, that's fucking brilliant, isn't it? Fantastic. So I was really pleased with that. I know they're quite expensive, to be honest with you. You know, quite expensive. So really pleased with that. And then secondly, now this is one I did point out, but I didn't think she'd get it me, was the VHS video cover art. And this is just ace. It's got all that sort of... them for how shit they were. They were brilliant entertainment, and what was even better was the cover, the artwork. And these are always my favourite ones, like that one there, the Annihilators. And you always love it where the artist has found reference from some photograph, might even be, I'll show you one in a minute, that's really bad, like a Chuck Norris or Rambo cover, and they've basically copied the guy's face, or Sylvester Stallone's face, or Chuck Norris's face, and they've found another image to use where they've got a gun. So it looks like the guy's, I don't know, talking to the bloke next to him, but the gun's firing. Even the Escape from New York is actually it's brilliant, and I don't want to ruin it for everyone, but even on the Escape from New York sleeve, this is the actual video cover, it's like he's running, and it's like, it was almost like it wasn't enough to say, well, he's running, the gun's down, but the guns need to be firing. So he's virtually shooting at the floor, and you can tell where they've tried to angle the gun blast to let the muzzle flare in a direction that isn't actually linear to the gun. I'm sounding a bit of a fucking dickhead now, I know, but it just, I love it. I love that. I love the fact that, you know, they weren't looking in the direction they were shooting. It's like, some of the best one is codename Delta Force. Look at the Delta Force cover. I think it's James Coburn. Is it James Coburn? Chuck Norris and Lee Marvin. I think Lee Marvin's got a rocket launcher, and he's looking at the camera, holding the rocket launcher sideways, and it's going off. Why would he be pulling the trigger? Why would he be pulling the trigger? But yeah, this is a fantastic book. Fantastic. I'll just show you that one. A lot of these films I never bothered seeing. Anything on Medusa. You know, like I said before, I drew the line at Warbus. It's so bad. There's one in here that is basically, it's Sylvester Stallone in Cobra, and I can't believe they got away with it. I'm going to read up on it. There might be more to the story of that artwork. I mean, some of these are fantastic, and what they've done is they've obviously not been able to get the original, whatchamacallit, artwork, so they've flattened out the video cover and photographed it, and they've done a really good job. But it just shows you who has these masters to these artworks. I'd love to know. It's just brilliant, some of the stuff, and there are such bad films as well. But there's a lot there I do want to see. I can't find that Cobra one, but it's really frustrating because I'm going to be here all day, guys, trying to find this. I feel like you need to see it. You need to see it to believe it. Never mind. Don't want to let it beat me. But yeah, these are just brilliant. It is in there somewhere. But it's pretty much every single video cover you can think of that was that sort of airbrush style drawing. But again, like, loads of inspiration and just really nice to look at, really colourful, vibrant. Like, there's a lot of these films I remember just seeing on the shelves in the shop, but never rented them. So sorry, I went a bit there. So that's the VHS video cover art. I'm really pleased with that. It's such a great buy. Great present, sorry. So yeah, really pleased with them. So that's pretty much it for me. And so let's get back to some normality, and I'll hopefully see you guys soon. Take care.